And this comes after people in Connecticut have been quarantined for close to 2 months, and we want to take you back to when this all started. As the novel coronavirus spread internationally, Connecticut colleges and university students abroad were some of the first affected. Students in Asia and Italy giving strict travel restrictions.
We got an email today from the school warning us about traveling over spring break.
Just making sure that I'm washing my hands after touching things in public places and washing my hands before I eat.
And eventually brought back home. In the first 2 weeks of March, as cases were first documented here, Connecticut began canceling large public events like St. Patrick's Day parades. On March 12th, the state limited gatherings to 150 people and made it easier for school districts to close down.
We're going to waive the 180-day requirement so that you have the flexibility you need to make the public health decision.
We are making this decision today so that we can give as much time as possible to families to prepare for that closure.
March 16th, casinos agreed to close. Major industries like the state's casinos also making the decision to put health and safety above profit. Both Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods closing for the first time in their history.
I do worry a lot about the nature of a big gathering place like a casino is that does bring in people from all over the region and maybe all over the Northeast region. Seems to have a big, a number of elderly that are attracted to something like this.
For Foxwoods, that would eventually lead to temporary layoffs. March 17th, no May commencement, classes remain online. Schools cancel graduation ceremonies for graduates. UConn led by example, the first to hold it virtually.
This is your defining moment. Each generation has a defining moment. That generation had the war. My generation had Vietnam.
March 20th, businesses close and restaurants stop dine-in services. Restaurants are no longer allowed to have customers dining in. Only delivery or takeout is permitted. This took a big hit on popular restaurants like Max Burger and West Hartford Center. What was once a packed area is now a ghost town.
It's a very, very difficult time for everybody. We have no idea how we're going to, bail ourselves out of this financially.
Hair and nail salons also ordered to close their doors.
Everybody's packing up, probably the same thing, home visits. We packed up all our tools the other day.
4 weeks later, Governor Lamont announced plans to work with other states in reopening the economy. April 20th, protest to reopen the state. The governor's announcement was met with criticism and protest at the state capitol and his residence.
They've totally shut down the country. They've destroyed the economy. It's just ridiculous.
May 20th, phase 1, and opening outdoor dining, barbershops, and hair salons. And now businesses prepare for the much anticipated May 20th date. Some choosing to wait to reopen, others already lining up reservations.
We pushed out the perimeter a little bit so we'd have more room and so we could capture enough seating and still maintain social distancing.
Towns and cities opening up the opportunity for restaurants and retail stores to conduct outdoor operations.
If you've got particularly a wide sidewalk in front of your restaurant, you can allow for passage. You can allow for 6 feet of passage between your restaurant and where your seating area would begin. That's going to be a real easy one.